Excuse me. Allergies, not COVID. I promise. Welcome back to another episode of Cooking with the Cool Dad. And yes, it's morning. The only way for me to start my morning, and this is not sponsored, this is straight up just sharing in with you guys, Death Wish coffee. Best stuff in the world. Taste is phenomenal. No aftertaste, no heartburn. It's good stuff. But that's not what we're here for. I know we're here to cook. So, on with the cooking. So, let's see. Every week I go through my cabinets and fridge or suggestions that you guys have sent me and come up with an idea for what I want to cook for the week. That was the clock. All the little things that come into play when you're making videos. So, this week I noticed that, like many of you probably do, I have leftovers in the fridge because, honestly, there's nights where you just don't want to cook. And you order out, and you don't always finish everything. Sometimes you do. If you don't have leftovers, props to you. You'll want to skip to next week. No, kidding. But there's certain things, if you just have leftovers that honestly you don't know what else to do with. I said, you know what? Let's play with some leftovers this week because I happen to have a few from the end of last week. Last couple days, I actually have something I didn't cook up that was part of last week's video that I'm going to work with today too. So we are going to make fried rice. I know some of you are like, fried rice? Trust me, when you make it properly, it's some good stuff. But this is one of those unique things that you really can do so much with. There's no set rules that you have to do this, this, and this. Yes, you go out to the man, my brain just went dead. I need to get out of quarantine. You go out to the hibachi restaurants and you watch them make it in front of you. They do it their way. We're going to have some fun with it. We're going to make some good food today, so let's get cooking. I'm going to bring the camera down and start setting things up, and we'll be right back with you. Okay, as you guys can see, I already have one pepper cut up here. I was debating, but I said, I was going to montage again, but honestly, I figure you all probably get tired of the montage after a minute. So, I did one off camera, prepped this one to do on camera so you all can see. Now, I happen to have some bell peppers laying around from making semi-homemade lo mein the other night. The lo mein noodles were frozen Wegmans brand. They weren't bad, actually. I will say this, they were not bad. But I used one bell pepper for that, so using the other two of these today before they go bad. Now, what I found for these recipes is, A, have a sharp knife and be careful. And you can see what I've done over here is I'm basically just cutting them all into small pieces, dicing, for lack of a better term. I don't profess to be a high-speed chef with the knife. But two things about bell peppers. I like to get the variety pack as far as color goes because I think it adds a little visual something to your meal. You can do plain, you can do just one color if you want. There's no rules on that. Personal preference. I like color in my meals because I think it just adds, like I said, it adds something to it. So you see, I'm just dicing these up. Strips first, then cross-cut to dice. A sharp knife is good. Don't cut yourself, though. I'm not responsible if you cut yourself with your own damn knife. Now, there's part of it. I also was digging through, and somewhere along the line ended up with a bag of baby carrots. That works. Don't ask why I'm putting baby carrots in. I don't know. They were in there. I said, why not? And literally, just like that. Bam. And like I said, I don't profess to be some high-speed sushi chef that whips through these, runaway carrot, that whips through these things like there's no tomorrow. I would love to do that. It'd be great, but not my specialty, I guess. Fortunately, I did clean the counter this morning. Yay. The first one went on the stove, so even though I cleaned the stove, I decided to just toss it. So, last batch here. Now, I believe this is going to do it for my veggies. Now, here's my veggies. This is a nice, it's in a similar color tone, yes, but that's still some color to add in. Now, I remember last week I had the chorizo from the nachos. There we are. Got more of it. I'm not going to take the skin off this week. Maybe, you know what? I am going to take the skin off. Welcome to Cooking with a Cool Dad, where the script changes about every 30 seconds. Yeah, screw it. I think I heard a bunch of guys just cringe. And again, skinning him is personal preference. Any type of meat in a casing, if you skin it before you cook it, that is your preference. As far as I know, generally the casings are all edible these days. There we go. Knew there was a little bit more there. Now, if I'm not careful, I'm going to end up with more ingredients than rice, but I could always make more rice if I wanted to, but the whole point of this is using leftovers. Now, I'm just going to zing these down into thin slices. And this isn't like the nachos where it's got to be crumbled in so you can make it a good nacho consistency. So I may go through and chunk them up a little bit more. I haven't decided yet. Welcome to my world. It's early. It's Monday morning. Well, it's Monday morning. I won't say it's early. Yeah, screw it. Let's go through and literally I'm just going through the pile and just dragging the knife through and chunking this up a little bit more. There, I get to the edge so I can. And I have dogs waiting to see if I'm going to drop anything. I did not. Okay, now we'll be back in just a minute as we start cooking. Okay, I have preheated the pan. Excuse me. Again, allergies, not COVID. I'm going to drop the chorizo in first. So I want to kind of pre-cook that a little bit before I get started. Ooh, that smells good already. And while that's starting to sizzle a little bit, I'll put away a couple things, because I didn't do that while the camera was off, because I wasn't thinking of that. So you get to watch chorizo sizzle for a minute while I pop the rest of this away and grab out a couple things. Because you can never have enough stuff. Now, as I said before, this recipe is nice because it's ultimately flexible, and you can pretty much do whatever you want with it. I'm fighting with an egg carton right now. That's what you can't see. Cool Dad versus an egg carton. Cool Dad won. Scooch. Okay. Now, like I said, I just kind of want to get the chorizo cooked a little bit down. Now, theoretically, it's pre-cooked or smoked or whatever they do to it, but I always like to get it in here, mix it around. Plus, it seasons the pan, which means it gets a little bit of that nice chorizo grease in there. Ooh, I rolled my R a little bit. I'm getting better at that. Now, where is my bowl? Didn't get my bowl out. Okay. I'm going to pack my bowl. with 2 eggs in a minute. Yeah, y'all caught that. Random reference there. We're in May now, so it's tough to make 420 jokes when it's not, 4 of 2020 anymore. Friend of mine made a comment about how it was, 420 one day, and I being the smartass that I am, commented how the entire month of April this year was 420. What can I say? Gotta have fun. Now, scooch that, scooch. Cooking with dogs, yes. Now, let me just mix up. I got 2 eggs here I've scrambled. There we go. Okay, this is getting in a nice spot. It's almost where I want it. I know it doesn't look like a whole lot, but you don't need a ton. I got a bunch of veggies here. More for like flavor. Okay. Now, pull this off the side. Dang. Yeah, allergy season is in full effect. I have 8 kinds of congested today, but I'm still here for you guys because I enjoy it, and apparently y'all do too. There we go. God damn, that's good. Okay. Now, pop my eggs in. Now with the eggs, when I'm doing fried rice, I like to get a nice thin layer of egg. Almost like making an omelet. You're going to chop it up anyway, but, why not be a little artistic about it? The other nice thing about doing the chorizo first is it kind of puts a little oil in the pan so I don't have to add any extraneous oil. There we go. Now you see I've got it almost cooked down. And you don't have to do it all the way down before you add the rice. I just like to get it mostly solid. Oh, we're almost there. Okay. Now, if I had a better nonstick pan, that probably would have flipped up really nicely. That could have looked real impressive, but this pan doesn't owe me any money, that's for sure. I should... If I could figure out how to do it without getting a copyright strike, I would put in a... clip there from Family Guy with Stewie going to Brian about, where's my money? Where's my money, bitch? Where's my money? Okay, now, see what I did here? I've got my eggs all chopped up. This is basmati rice. It was ordered from the Indian Grill in Township 5 the other night, Saturday night actually. So I'm just going to kind of stir this in. Because it just came out of the refrigerator, so I want to rewarm it while I'm mixing in the egg. There's more coming, don't worry. Now, here's something you may not realize. Rice is not rice. Rice is not rice is not rice. Let me put it that way. There are different kinds of rice depending on what you're looking for. I learned this over the last 17 years. Is that depending on the kind of rice you get, this is what they call basmati rice, which is an Indian style of rice. It tends to be more individual grains when you cook it. You don't get the clumpiness like you do with jasmine type rice, which is more Asian. And again, it really comes down to your preference. And then there's Uncle Ben's, which I just don't count as rice at all. Anything you boil in a bag for a few minutes to make it is just no. No. Just no. Okay. Now, I'm going to add chorizo and veggies. And get this all stirred together. And some of you are probably like, cool, that's awfully dry looking. I know. Don't worry. We're not done yet, folks. We got plenty more to go. But damn, that looks colorful and pretty. There we go. Now, while that's starting to warm up, I need to grab a couple more ingredients out of the refrigerator. Where the hell they go? If I can remember where the hell they went in here. Yes. Damn it, where did I put that? Yes. And I thought I had. Yes. Nope. Dagnabbit. There we go. Okay. Now, because I do like to do some Asian cooking here and there, I have a few things in my fridge that you may not have. Now, you do not have to go out and buy these. This is just what I'm making today. The first, oh my God, this thing's ridiculous. Okay. This is a pain in the buttocks to get open sometimes. There we go. This is Hoisin Sauce by Kikkoman. And I got a text. Sorry about that. I got 2 texts. There we go. I just add a little bit of that in for some flavor. We're adding some orange sauce. It's a glaze with ginger. And again, this is just adding flavor. A little bit of original teriyaki. And what I'm kind of doing with this is just kind of adding some of the Asian flavor to it and adding a little bit of quote-unquote sauce. And of course, no Asian cooking would be complete without soy sauce. Now, you don't want to overdo it on the soy sauce, which is why I do the other sauces as well, because the soy sauce does have a bit of salt in it. So if you're watching your salt intake, either go with low sodium soy sauce or skip it altogether. Now, I just want to get this all incorporated, all these flavors working together here. There we go. Now, I'm going to let this all sit and come back to temperature again for a little bit. And what it's going to do, as this comes up to temperature, those sauces are going to reduce a little bit more and get a little thicker. So you're going to get more cohesion of everything. It's all going to stick together a little bit better. Especially the soy sauce is very loose. When you simmer it, what it does is it boils off the water in the sauce, and therefore makes the sauce thicker. So it's more saucy than watery. That makes sense, I hope. It's Monday. My sinuses are raging. My allergies are going nutty. It's raining out, so yes, I'm doing what I can today. Now, so we're just going to let this simmer and reduce for a little bit while I stir it around. I'll be back with you in a few minutes. Okay. Yeah, I know, I kind of started as I walked back in the frame. Well, a little bit in the bowl here. And some people probably say, why so little? Because I'm making a video right now. And you know what? I'm just going to say to hell with it, bring this up. I'm going to try this out, and then we'll do our close up and call it good for the day. Hang on just a minute. Okay, so here we are. We made leftovers into fried rice today. Flavors combine excellently. The neat thing is the carrots actually make a really nice crunch in there. They're not like going to break your teeth crunchy, but they're definitely tasty. The chorizo adds some zing to it. It's kind of like, oops, sorry about that. It's so good, it's just falling back out of my mouth. Asian meets Latin? Latin Asian? Asian Latin? I don't know. But it's still hot. I literally just finished cooking this. So it is still kind of hot. Very good. Hot. But That's good. Now my coffee feels cold. Go figure. But there we are. So today was all about looking at the leftovers in your fridge from ordering out or cooking, anything like that. Any leftovers you have can always be turned into something new and exciting, put new life into it. Because some people just look at it and go like, oh, I don't want to have that again. Okay, Karen. Sorry to any Karen that was watching. My apologies if your name is actually Karen. If you just act like the Karen, don't. So we basically have taken leftovers that might have sat in your fridge and turned into a science experiment until they got thrown out, and put new life in them and made the whole new meal for the family. Can't go wrong with that. Coffee is my friend. So as we keep going through this quarantine, if you know anybody at the Food Network, I'm interested. Just saying. Sap, that is not for you. Go, take a break. Thank you. Yes. I know, I'm home a lot. I'm sorry. Go take a break. This is the life of having dogs. Y'all want to see the dogs? They're here. So, as we go through this quarantine, isolation, whatever the hell you want to call it, I've got a lot of words for it that don't need to be shared here. But remember, if the more you keep your mind active, the better you'll come through this on the other side. So always look for things you can do to have fun and stretch your mind's limits, to really play with new stuff. Try cooking something different. Try just creating something out of nowhere. What's the worst that's going to happen? You throw some food out? Shit. It happens. Believe me, I've made enough mistakes over the years when it comes to cooking. It's perfectly okay. It's called trial and error. And some days you do stuff, you just look at it and go like, damn, how did I do that? So, I guess the takeaway is don't be afraid to try new things. We've got all this spare time on our hands. Do something with it. Try a new hobby. Try creating something. Try cooking. Take up crochet or knitting or needlepoint or any of the... I mean, there's so many different things you can do to keep from being bored. Unplug for a little while. I know you're watching this on YouTube or you got here from Facebook, but the point is sometimes we need to unplug for a little bit. Don't get me wrong. The last hour to 2 hours of my day, I usually surf through YouTube or check Prime Video or, see what's on that I want to watch for an hour or two before I go to bed. That's my wind down time. But the rest of the day, I'm up, I'm moving, I'm doing stuff. I don't spend a ton of time in front of the computer, except on Mondays when I have to edit all this video down for you guys, which I'm not complaining about. I realized as I said that it sounded bad. But here's the thing. Take some time to unplug, get some fresh air, go outside, even if it's only in your own backyard. If you go for a socially distant walk around the block, as long as you're not in a place where they're even taking that right away from you, do it. Get some fresh air, because the sunlight, the warmth, the fresh air is what's going to help you stay healthy and help keep you healthy. That's the good stuff right there. That's the stuff that medicine can't buy. So, once again, thank you to all of our farmers. Thank you to everybody that moves the food, everybody that gets the food from that farm to your stove. Thank you. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to eat. Don't ever forget that. Without farmers, we couldn't eat. And yes, I'm sorry, I'm not drinking milk today. I'm still on coffee. I'll switch to milk later. Don't worry. It's we have to remember that without those people, we wouldn't eat. And always got to remember that. So I think I covered everything. Until next time, be awesome, because we've all got that potential, and I've got faith in you that you can do it. I will catch you all next time. Make sure you're awesome. Get outside. Try something new. Have a good one. I'll catch you all in the next one.